You know, there's an energy that flows through everything. It is the silent, intelligent force that turns an acorn into an oak tree, that holds the planets in their orbits, and that is really the reason for the beating in your heart at this very moment. This energy, this substance of all life, is pure potential. It is the quantum field. It is the actual mind of God. It's the universe itself. And its fundamental nature is one of absolute, unconditional, and infinite abundance. There is no lack in the universe. There's only a seamless, endless ocean of well-being, creativity, and supply. So if that is the fundamental truth of reality, why do so many of us experience the opposite? Why do we experience struggle or scarcity and the feeling of never having enough? The great mystics and modern teachers have all arrived at the same revolutionary conclusion. The universe is not withholding abundance from you. It is patiently waiting to deliver abundance through you. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your actual reality. And the tool of that creation is your alignment with the universe. The entire game of life, the secret to everything you desire, is to stop chasing abundance and start aligning with it. Let's begin with the science of it. As a teacher like Dr. Joe Dispenza would explain, every morning, most of us wake up and unconsciously begin a familiar routine. We reach for our phone, we start to remember our problems from yesterday, we think about our empty bank account, our difficult relationships, maybe health challenges or diagnosis. And then these thoughts, they produce familiar emotions: worry, frustration, anxiety, lack. Now your thoughts and your emotions, as we've discussed before, create your state of being. It's simply a mirror, and that state of being generates a measurable, literal electromagnetic signal. You are quite literally a broadcast tower, and the signal you have been broadcasting day after day is a signal that says, I suck, I'm in lack, I'm worried, or I don't have enough. The quantum field, this universal intelligence, does not judge your signal. It simply responds to it. Like I said, it's a mirror. It's not a critic. So when you send out the signal of lack, the field responds by delivering more circumstances that will make you feel lack. You are caught in a feedback loop, living in the past, and your future becomes nothing more than a recycled version of yesterday. You can't create a new abundant future while you're still thinking and feeling from the emotional signature of your past. The first step in aligning with abundance is to break the habit of being your old self. This is where the wisdom of Abraham Hicks comes in, translating the science of Dr. Joel Dispenza into the language of vibration. The signal you broadcast is your vibration, your frequency. The fundamental law of the universe is the law of attraction. That which is like unto itself is drawn. Your job is not to work hard enough to please the universe. Your job is to tune your personal vibration to the frequency of the abundance that is already all around you. Think of it like a radio. The music of abundance is always playing on its own station. However, if your receiver is tuned to the station of worry or lack or scarcity, you'll never hear the music of abundance. You don't have to create the music, you just have to change the channel and align with it. And then how do you change that channel though? Well, as we've discussed in other videos, with your emotions. Your emotional state is your vibrational indicator. The way you feel is your point of attraction. Abraham Hicks speaks of a vortex, a vibrational reality where everything you have ever asked for or desired, the health, wealth, future love, it already exists. It's just waiting for you to align. The only thing keeping you from experiencing it is your own resistant vibration. So the work isn't about struggling and striving in the physical world. The work is about finding a way to feel good right here, right now, even before the evidence of abundance shows up. It's about finding a thought that feels slightly better, and then another thought, and then another, until you have gently tuned your frequency to the station of appreciation, joy, expectation, abundance, love, whatever you're looking for. That feeling is what's called the alignment. That feeling is what allows you into the vortex. This is the very essence of faith, as a teacher like Joel Osteen would so powerfully declare. Faith is not just a religious concept, it is actually a state of being. It is the ability to feel the reality of what is not yet seen. Joel teaches that abundance is your divine birthright. God's dream for you is not one of scarcity and struggle, bad health, His dream is one of more than enough. Abundance. You were created to be the head, not the tail. You were designed for overflow. Scarcity is not your destiny. It is an illusion you have been entertaining. Your part is to get into agreement with God, the universe, get into that vortex. And you do that with your words and your feelings. When you declare, I am blessed, I am prosperous, God's favor surrounds me like a shield, you are doing more than just saying positive words or affirmations. You are performing a spiritual and vibrational act. You are tuning your receiver, your radio frequency, to the frequency of divine favor. You are breaking the old signal of lack and broadcasting a new signal of victory. You're telling your subconscious mind and the universe that you will no longer be defined by your current or past circumstances. Instead, by the promises of your destiny. You're moving from being a victim of your past to being a victor in your future. This act of declaration is a powerful way to generate the elevated emotions that Dr. Dispenza talks about. The good feeling vibration that Abraham Hicks says is your point of attraction. It is aligning your personal will with the divine will of God, the Almighty. So we have now talked about the science, the vibrational law, and the faith, but then how do we put this into practice? How do we generate the feeling of abundance when our senses tell us a different story? Our circumstances show us something different in our 3D reality. This is a beautiful practical magic of the great mystic Neville Goddard. He taught the law of assumption. He said, assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The most powerful creative act you can perform is to use your imagination. Not to worry, but to inhabit the reality of your desire. Don't just visualize a pile of money. Instead, close your eyes and ask yourself, man, what would it feel like if I were already abundantly wealthy? What state of being would that be? You'd feel relief. You would feel the freedom. You'd feel that security. You'd be generous. Now your work is to generate that feeling in your body right now without any external reason for it. Feel the relief wash over you. Feel that freedom in your heart. Walk through your day as if you were already that person. This is what Neville Goddard called living in the end. This act of sustained imagination and feeling is the ultimate life act. It literally begins to rewire the neural pathways in your brain, breaking the addiction to the emotions of the old self, as Dr. Dispenza talks about all the time. It deliberately tunes your personal frequency to the vibration of what you want, as Abraham Hicks preaches. It is the highest form of prayer, an act of assuming that God's promises are real and already your reality. Your imagination is not a frivolous faculty. It is the creative power of God within you. When you are imagining from the state of your wish fulfilled, you are aligning with the universe, with God himself on the deepest possible level. You are collapsing the time and space, pulling your future reality into your present. So the practice is this. You begin your day not with the past, but with the future. You sit in quiet meditation or prayer, and you consciously disconnect from your identity as a person with problems. Instead, you connect to the quantum field, to the ocean of potential. There, you use your imagination to assume the state of your desire fulfilled. You feel it. You generate an elevated emotion, gratitude, love, abundance. Teach your body what that new future feels like. Practice it. You do this until you feel more connected to that future reality than you do to your past or your present. Then you carry that feeling with you throughout your day. You speak and act from that state of abundance. You don't talk about being broke, you talk about being prosperous. You look for things to appreciate. You declare favor over your life continuously. When a thought of lack or worry appears, you don't necessarily fight it. You acknowledge it and then gently pivot back to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Close your eyes and get back into that feeling. And this is not a one-time event. It's a new way of being. It's a new lifestyle. The universe is not withholding anything from you. God is a generous, loving, and infinitely abundant field of energy, waiting to mirror your state of being. The work is not outside of you, it's within you. It is to break the habit of the old self, to tune your vibration through feelings, to declare the truth of your divine destiny with words, and to use your imagination to live in the state of your wish already fulfilled. Align with the truth of who you are, an abundant, powerful, divine creator. And watch as the universe conspires to prove you right. Now have an awesome week, awesome day. You deserve it.